was flirting with me and then her husband.
Now listen, the only thing I don't understand about this whole entire video is why did bro stay there for so long? To be honest, this literally happened to me like 2 days ago. A female walked up to me and my homeboy did the same thing. I'll tell you about that later.
You thought I was feeling you?
That nigga once.
Yeah. You're Mexican. Anyways, so what'd you bring for this card date? Where's my flowers, my roses and hoes and whatnot?
Why would I bring you flowers if you're the man? You would bring me flowers. Yeah.
You're taking me out on the date.
You think I'm gonna like sit here and kiss your ass?
Yes.
You've been flirting with Zoe right there in the comments, my sister in the comment section.
Okay.
Like, who the fuck do you think you are? And you got all these other bitches, like, all in your videos all the time. And you think I'm supposed to be pouring out the effort?
Yes.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
Me, again, for the sake of
No. Get out of my car. No. Who the fuck? On a serious note, like, you can either come correct.
Only the traditional woman gets the treatment of a traditional woman. If you're a modern day woman, we're not going to treat you traditional. The traditional expectations of a modern day woman just amazes me, bro.
If you can make me laugh, I'll give you $200.
Look at her face. Look at her face.
Okay, putting me on the spot here.
To be honest, I know this is just a little interview, but most women have the expectation, make me laugh. And all I got to give you is being pretty.
You think I could settle for 100 if I make you smile just a bit? 50. I'll even go for $1 at this point, not gonna lie. 50 cents. 25.
Boy, sweating. This is exactly why pretty and attractive women are very boring people. Now, I know this is an interview and everything like that, but that's literally how it is in the dating world. A woman shows up pretty and then she expects the man to make her laugh and she be having a face just like that. You know how difficult it is? For me, I'm just gonna give my example for me, how difficult it was for me to learn how to make women laugh. Now, I've been making people laugh my whole entire life and stuff like that. But the pressure of being attracted to her, having enough swag, having enough charisma, making her laugh, being intelligent, all those different attributes, you have to have that just to get in the door. I don't know if it's wrong or right, but that's the reason why pretty women are boring, because they just sit there expecting and they never have to work on anything.
Who is more easily bored in relationships, men or women?
Women.
If women are more easily bored, why are they more likely to want marriage and commitment?
Status.
If women are strong and independent and don't need no man, why does the pressure of marriage and commitment typically come from women?
They're liars.
From the mouth of babes. I mean a babe. I mean a cougar. I don't know. This is what most men want. A beautiful wife with a family and we leave to go to work. But that's the type of relationships most people have.
Donnie, bitch! Stop fucking cheating on me, bitch! Every day is something new!
This one, I'm single.
It says when you see your ex after they had a glow up and got the bag. Look at her, now she want him. This is the type of stuff that make dudes become a savage. Here's yet another wholesome video of a relationship. He was tired. He had to get up and go somewhere in a few hours, and his woman took it upon himself to freshen him up and give him, you know what I'm saying, a haircut. Hey, fresh. Do you see the love there? That's what we want. To all those who've lost hope, fellas, it's out there. I just showed you an example of it.
I'm a whole ass adult. I don't want none of that little social media type of relationship. I want to build up our credit, get a house together, create a family, go to the gym, travel, create financial stability, work on our goals, our own personal goals, our own goals as a couple. I'm too damn grown and old to be just fucking around. You feel me?
She says she's too old for the social media and all that type of stuff, and I agree with her. But look at her. She's a very attractive woman. She's attractive. But guess what? It's too late, man. It's too late. Now that men candidates that you have to pick from are not going to be the type of candidates you had when you was 23 and 24 years old. Kevin Samuels tried to warn y'all. You used your years of beauty. You're still beautiful. You are still beautiful. But competing with the 23, 24-year-old you cannot compete. So you think you're going to be able to compete with the 23, 24-year-old, 25-year-old women out there? Pretty women like her in most situations always want to wait till after those years when they have all those options to now be serious and stuff. Like, dudes were trying to take you serious when you was 25. You did that to yourself. And I don't know her situation per se, so this doesn't pertain particularly to her, but I'm pretty sure that's most likely what it is. That's just my opinion, though.
Men that lose their masculinity don't get respect from women. True feminine women do not want to see their men cry. It is a big turn on. Men don't have the ability to be like us mentally. They'll be seen as weak. They could give their women the money, the world, all the jewels, and they get cheated on. You might think that you want a man to be equal to you. I think that if you get that, you will lose the respect for him because his masculinity is going to be out the door.
She just gave me, you, and everybody else's mom and daddy and uncle the game. But oftentimes, if you're a man, our mothers taught us it's okay to be emotional and stuff like that. But then we get emotional with our women and she looks at us as, well, yeah, not as masculine. So in my opinion, I think if you're going to cry with a female, because a female's nurturing and loving and her care is amazing. I'm not going to lie. Like, a woman's nurturing side, her nurturing ability is a gift to the world. It's a gift to the world. But if you want to have that with a woman, I would suggest you do that with a woman that's like your mother, woman that you're not attracted to, maybe your sister, maybe a cousin, female cousin that you have a great relationship with. You can be emotional with them because those women aren't depending on you to be masculine. So it's a pure energy there. Mother, sister, female cousins, family members. You know what I'm saying? And I think if you can't find a woman, then cry with your bros. They understand. We men, we understand each other. But I think number one way to vent your emotions and things like that and deal with your emotions as a man is to have a relationship with the one who created you, God. Cry out to God and God will comfort you. That has, in my life, me crying out to God and me being vulnerable with God, God has been my therapist. I haven't even needed a therapist all throughout my life. I recently went to therapy and stuff like that, and I'm like, what am I doing? I get better edification and better help from my brothers, like my homies. But God, number one, has helped me just crying out to God and being emotional with God, emotionally vulnerable with God. There's no judgment there. And God's love supernaturally, I don't even really know how to explain it, but supernaturally God comforts those who cry out to them. He's comforted me when I cry out to him. You know what I'm saying? And have given me answers supernaturally on how to deal with the thing I'm dealing with emotionally. Because, men, we like to solve problems. So we don't just want to be emotional, but we have the emotions. We need to express it. I feel like God is the best. I'm about to say one of the best. No, God is the best way to deal with that. I promised that I'd finish the story about how I was in the gas station and a woman did that to me and my homeboy. It's the way she interacted with him. So me and my homeboy was going to the gas station. My wife and her family member was in the car as two females. You know what I'm saying? We went to the gas station and my homie, he had opened the door for this woman. She was like, oh, thank you. But she did it in a flirtatious way. We didn't think nothing of it because I ain't gonna lie, she wasn't my type. So anyway, it is what it is. I'm married anyway. But, you're attracted women when you see one. So I go to the Gatorade aisle. I'm about to get me a Gatorade. And I think he's trying to find a drink too. And me and my homeboy, we just talking and stuff, laughing, joking how we do and stuff, clowning and stuff. And then out of nowhere, my friend walks off and then she comes up to me and she says, excuse me, what were you guys talking about? I'm like, what? She said, what were you guys talking about? And she's like all in my face with the biggest smile and all flirtatious and stuff. And I'm like looking at her like, who does that? Now, she could have had a little alcohol in her system. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I'm like, oh, because me and my friend, we were talking about something totally that had nothing to do with her. So for her to approach me like that, it was blatant. She was trying to holler at me and my friend. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to call my friend over because this girl is tripping and it's funny to me. I'm like, yo, this girl really like up in our face. So I'm like, yo, I'm calling my homeboy and stuff because he actually walked over there to like another aisle to get a drink. And before I knew it, just like that, a dude was standing behind her and she was still in my face like, got the little, she was looking like she was in love. You know what I'm saying? And her boyfriend, I didn't know it was her boyfriend at the time, was standing right behind her. And all of a sudden she turned around and I guess she saw me looking in that direction like, who's this guy, random guy standing behind you? I ain't know none of them. She turns around and looks at him and she's like, oh, hey, honey, how you doing? And she gives him a kiss on the lips. And I'm like, what the heck did I get myself into? Now, mind you, she's not grabbing me how that female's grabbing him, but she is that close. And I didn't ask her to be that close. So after she gives him a kiss on the lips, you could tell she's embarrassed. The guy, her boyfriend, is like, says to her with shame, "What are you doing?" He's like, "What are you doing?" And she was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, he asked it like 3 times. And I'm standing there and think about how weird that is for me in the position I'm in. So I'm standing there and I'm like, I don't know, dude. So I just walked off and I'm laughing. I walked off. I'm thinking homeboy gonna try to, I ain't know what he was gonna do. I just really want him to know I ain't have nothing to do with this. I ain't holler at your woman or nothing. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, that's the type of thing, I'm not gonna lie, that has kind of made me in situations not trust women in general. Because women, honestly, for the most part, because men, because we're so freaking horny all daggone time, women can get almost any man that they want. So the fact that women have that power and they actually exercise it is frustrating when they're in a relationship. Why would you be in a full relationship and you do stuff like that? Just be single. It's 2022. Ain't no shame in being single. Have you heard of the City Girls? You ain't heard that rap group? Cardi B? Nicki Minaj, all the other women out that do rapping and promote that culture. Oh, Megan Thee